Bust out your cheap golf balls. Fall golf is here. That can only mean two things: cold weather and falling leaves. And there is nowhere I would rather be to play golf than in the Hudson Valley. The course that I'm at today is McCann Memorial Golf Course in Poughkeepsie, New York. As you can tell from the aerial coverage, there is one theme to this course, and that is trees. They're everywhere. They're prominent, which means accuracy off the tee is vital. Unlike a course like Links at Unionvale, if you stray your tee shot offline, prepare to be punching out. By William F. Mitchell and updated by Stephen K., this course is considered, according to Google, as one of the best courses you can play in the Hudson Valley. The reason? The conditions of this course is incredible. Greens are surprisingly firm. Fairways seem to have been in great condition, but I wouldn't be able to tell you that. And it seems patrons take pride in pace of play, as on a full tee sheet, I think I played this course in under 4 hours. So let's head down to the tee and see how I do on this difficult terrain. The first hole is a dogleg left. You want to draw the ball, because if you block it like I do here, you will end up in the trees. You can hear the ball pinballing its way down the tree. I'm going to have to punch here. That's a 4-iron. Just trying to get myself a good yardage here. Could have executed that a little bit better, but as you can see, I have an open window here at the green. That's a 9-iron. Struck it well, pulled it a tad left. Probably regretting not taking out the pitching wedge, as I am in the back of the green. This has 3-putt written all over it, but I cozied that up very close to the hole. That'd be a nice little tap in for bogey. The second hole is a short par 5. I can't see the fairway from the tee box. If you're going to miss left, as OB is on the right. The hole does dogleg to the right, so even though I pushed that out a tad, I was safely in play. Just need to punch this out once again. And let's just take a look at how close I was to hitting that tree limb. That was an inch away from disaster, but instead it puts me in good position. I have a pitching wedge in hand. It is important not to go long on this green. If you go long, there is a good chance it will end up in the water. It took a big bounce off the middle of the green. I couldn't see the ball, and I thought that it ended up in the water. And as you can see from the aerial footage, there is the water. Not a lot of room to miss in the back. Thankfully, I am just in the rough. Decided to take out the Texas wedge here. And I blew that way past the hole. I do have trouble with the pace when the ball's in the rough, but I'm even more afraid of bleeding a wedge past the pin. So I'm left with this long par putt. Came up just a tad short and tap in for the bogey. The third hole is a long par 4. OB is on the right, so missing left is the safe miss. Or you hit it so far right you avoid the OB altogether. There are two things I've been working on since I've got back into playing. One is my takeaway, as you see here, and the second is my alignment. Watch my previous video at West Point. My alignment was way out of whack. Today's round was a little bit better. I had the wrong club in hand. I was hoping to hit the fairway. Instead, I'm in the trees here, short-sided. Great pitch shot, though. Landed it exactly where I wanted to. Rolled out just a tad. I was pleasantly surprised about how fast these greens were. You will see later in this video what I'm talking about. A little delicate with that putt. On a wrong direction, but we'll clean up for the bogey. Started the round with 3 straight bogeys. Let's see if we can change course here. Gotta find a par somewhere on this course. That would be a good start. Didn't find the fairway. In fact, I'm in the trees again, but I have an opening. That's a 5-iron. Putting that back into position, only have 58 yards left. See, I'm working on that takeaway. Got a lob wedge in hand. Better strike, right at the pin.
Nice shot. Thank you.
Great distance control. I've got about 6 feet for birdie. Uphill putt.
Hit it.
You gotta give it some pace, Ken. I had the right line, just came up a little short, but would knock in for the par. 5th hole, have an uphill par 3, 6-iron in hand. Thought I needed the extra club, but I think it should have been a 7-iron. I am in the fringe. Delicate little putt here, moving left to right.
Get in.
I missed on the pro side, but would have a nice little tap in for par. That's 2 pars in a row. See if we can continue the trend on a short par 4, 3-wood in hand. That is a very good sound when you're hitting a 3-wood. I have just 90 yards in. I've been making very good contact with my irons.
Oh, Penn, come on, man.
Except for that one. I'm going to have to do a little bit of scrambling if I want to get a par here. Continue the trend. I clipped that one very nicely. Thought I'd be a little closer than where I am right now. But we sink the putt in. That is a good scramble for par. Move to the 7th hole. Dog leg left. You have a lot more room than you think on the tee box. I pulled that a little left. I thought that'd be in the trees, but it turned out to be just fine. Took the sweatshirt off, going with the Tiger Woods Nike red here. Working on that takeaway. Good contact. Pushed it just a tad right. That had a little bit to do with the wind. I have another decent look at birdie. Putting uphill, below the hole. You gotta be below the hole on this course. Putt was a little faster than I intended. A longer look for par than I would have liked, but we sink that in. That is 4 pars in a row. We'll move to the 8th hole. We're about to have a hole-in-one. Watch, take a look at this ball. Oh, if you saw that ball hop towards the pin, I thought I nestled it close to the hole.
Here's the pitch mark. There's the pin. Wasn't even close.
Funny thing about that shot, my playing partners did not give a flying fuck where that ball went.
Wow.
There was no reaction. I was staring at them like,
Wow.
guys, I think I just put that close and not a care in the world. Anyway, we have this putt for par after blowing the birdie putt past the hole. That is not a good bogey after a great tee shot. Move to the 9th hole, a dog leg right. I suggest anyone playing this hole aim as far left as you can. You do not want to be right here. If you're right, you're just going to be punching out of the trees. It's better to be left. You have a lot of room. As you can see right here, I pulled mine left into the rough. Got 133 yards. That is a 9-iron. Very, very spacious green. Just trying to find a piece of it. I did, but with no spin on that ball, it rolled to the back of the green. Very similar putt to the previous hole. I have to hit this slow and die it just at the hole.
Or keep going, I don't know. I'm glad I didn't listen to him.
I think the previous hole had me a little bit rattled there, questioning the speed of the green, but would have a tap in for par. And after 9 holes, I am 4 over 40. No big numbers on the scorecard, just some boring old bogeys. Fairways are tough to come by, but that did not prevent me from finding the greens. So let's see if I can continue the solid play as I head into the back 9. The 10th hole is a dogleg left. If you can hit a 20-yard draw with the driver, I'd say go for it. But if not, a fairway wood is optimal for this tee shot. You'll just have a longer second shot in. I just crept into the first cut. Got a 7-iron here since it's playing uphill. Not a great strike. Pushed it out to the right, but avoided the tree. Would be pin high, but this is a delicate shot with the hill. Landed it exactly where I was aiming. As you can see it roll out. The direction wasn't great, but the pace was perfect. Let's see if I can knock this in for par. I'm aiming just outside right edge.
Nice look, thank you.
And finally, I did something that elicited a reaction from my playing partner. So let's move to the 11th. This is a dog leg right. You need to hit a cut on this hole. If you hit it straight, you're going in the trees. If you draw it, you're definitely going in the trees. So a cut is mandatory. And that's exactly what I did. I got a pitching wedge here, 121 yards. That is exactly how far my pitching wedge goes. Caught it a little thin, pulled it just a tad, but we're dancing. Like most great golf courses at McCann, you want to stay below the hole. I am not below the hole. I am above the hole. And when you're above the hole, that means the pace of the putts are a lot quicker. Kind of wanted that putt a little bit tighter, but we have an easy putt for par, and we're
Oh no.
just going to
Man.
completely miss the hole entirely. Another bad bogey on the scorecard. We'll move to the 12th, 162 yards. That is a 6-iron.
Get right a little. Get right.
I tugged it just a little bit left, and I should have opted for the 7-iron, as once again I am above the pin. Have a very long putt for birdie. Putting through the shade. Putting through shade is not easy, by the way, since it's more difficult to try to read the green. I think I did a pretty decent job there cleaning up for the par. Nice catch hole. The 13th hole is a dog-leg left. You can see I'm still struggling with the sniffles. It's not easy golfing with the sniffles. You're looking down the entire time. The snot is just running through your nose. Snot rockets everywhere. I mean, it's just disgusting. I captured a few snot rockets on camera, but I'll save you guys from that.
Kick right.
What's really disgusting was that shot. I was trying to hit a fade, but again, I don't realize in the moment that I don't have a fade. So I don't know why I tried to hit it. Said I am underneath the tree, chipping on. Not a great effort. Came up short of the green. I always have one blow-up hole or two blow-up holes on every round. And this is the hole I did it on. That chip shot was for par. This is for bogey. I blew that well past the hole, so now we're putting for double bogey. And yeah. Yes, we'll have that nice little tap in for triple. The 14th is a short par 5, but this is one of the harder fairways to hit. Those two tiny trees on the left sticking out like sore thumbs. After that triple bogey, that was an angry swing right there. I went past parallel and cut that ball straight into the middle of the fairway. Hitting a good second shot here is important. Even though this is a blind approach, I would still say go for broke. Try to hit this green in two, because I'll show you why in just a second.
Nice layup.
So the good news, even though I hit a bad second shot, I'm only 148 yards out. Bad news is this lie in the fairway is brutal. The fairway slopes hard to the right. The ball is below my feet. Having a tough time trying to get comfortable over this ball. But somehow I made great contact, heading right towards the center of the green. And the old thumbs up. So once again, I have another long look for birdie.
God, hit it.
That was a tentative putt for birdie, but I'll tap in for the par. Move to the 15th, a short par 3. I have a pitching wedge in hand. I flailed that one out to the right. It is bunker bound. Oh, just caught the front edge of the green. I was chasing daylight here, and with no one in front of us slowing us down, I opted to go ahead and ride solo for the last 3 holes, so I didn't really want to take a lot of time reading this putt. I ended up 3-putting for bogey. I'll shake hands and move on to the 16th. 16th is a tough little par 4. It's short, but off the tee it requires a straight shot, as there's waters to the right, bunkers to the left, and even further left is OB. I narrowly missed the bunker and found myself in the rough. The other reason why this is a tough hole, it is because of the elevated green. It was not a great strike,
Run up there. Big hop.
but I got a huge hop onto the green. The ball must have rolled out like 50 feet and nestled about 8 feet past the pin. The birdie has evaded me so far today, and will continue to do so, but that is a nice par. The 17th is the shortest par 5 on the course and really reachable in 2. When I reached down to pick up my tee, I thought that ball would be in the fairway, but I ended up in the rough.
220 yards. For some stupid reason, I'm hitting a 2-iron here. If I hit it well, I'll get it on the green. If I don't, then it's just a nice little layup. Either way, it's a win-win, right? Win-win. Here we go.
So that is the plan. Ball above my feet. Have to choke down a little bit on this 2-iron.
Win-win. Win-win.
RIP to the 2-iron. That club is out of the bag. The hybrid will be making its reappearance in the next course vlog. I guess I thought it was best to just chunk the ball down the fairway. I'm chipping with a gap wedge here. I like to chip with less loft on these type of chips since I have a lot of room and want the ball to roll out a little bit more. And that is exactly what happened. I have a very good look for par. aiming just outside right edge. And that reminds me of the old adage I heard from Walter Hagen: it takes 3 bad shots and 1 good shot to still make par. The 18th to me is one of the harder par 4s you will find on any course. It's a hard dogleg right. It's best if you cut the ball with your aim point over that tree.
Not the shot you thought.
But unfortunately, I drew that ball into a dogleg right. Just going to leave me with a long approach in. That's about 187 yards. Into wind, that's a 4-iron.
Oh, that's right at it. Oh, right.
I struck it really well, just right of the pin.
Someone's dancing.
Someone is dancing indeed. Decided to put the sweatshirt on for the birdie putt here. My final chance at birdie. Can I do it?
That is how you end a round.
The 3rd hardest hole on the course, and I drained the birdie putt from downtown. The only blemish on the scorecard is the 13th hole. Other than that, I've probably played my best round of the year, going 40 on the front and 40 on the back for a final round of 80. Looking deeper into the numbers, I really wasn't finding the fairways. Have to admit, it is a lot harder on this course to hit them, but the irons did not disappoint. I hit the green 67% of the time. The short game was pretty solid, although I did 3-putt 4 times. Other than that, it was a great performance. I got one more course vlog in Hudson Valley coming your way shortly. I do something that I have never done before on my channel, so stay tuned for that, and I will see you on the first tee box.